Welcome back to J.K. McLeod. I've been slowly going through my inventory, otherwise known as the ever-expanding pile of crap. Got a few 250s that I have to go through, give them a fair assessment. Yay, nay. Whether they're going to be rebuilt or just for parts. And as you can tell, if I got a 4-foot workbench and I'm working on a 1-foot space, it's either really good or really bad. For this gal here, it's looking up. It's a 250, but a rare 250. I haven't run across very many of them. This one here is a 250, but it's an automatic oiler. Let me see if I can get close. Get this out of the way. That little doohickey right there, as you can see sticking out, is the automatic oiler. And I know the Super 250s come with them, a few other models, but for a plain old regular 250, I think this may be the first one I've run across. I see them with the block-off plates, that they could have had an automatic oiler but didn't. I've been spending the last, I don't know, probably the better part of 2 hours here just trying to scrape off the whatchamacallit, the carbon out of the around the port area. Got that all pretty much cleared out. And the pine resin that just solidified and turned into amber. It's just rock hard. Just all over the place. I've never seen one so caked on with sap. But the internals are good. Can you give it a quick look? Let's see if we can without the glare. Looking at the exhaust side. That's all pretty. I mean, you get a little carbon on top of the piston, that's normal. And there was some carbon around the ports and stuff. I had to grind that out. But the piston, nice, shiny, no marks. Really good. Now, whoever had this really worked it. Because, as you can tell here, as I push forward, the little plunger here goes in an upward direction. It's kind of made it elliptical. How many times are you going to press that button to wear down the metal to make it elliptical? Now, worked on it a little bit. The plunger itself was stuck in the back position. Wouldn't move forward, wouldn't pump. Alright, so I undid that little screw right here. Alright, it removes this plate. Beneath that is a spring and a little ball bearing. It sits in a cup and it acts like a one-way check valve, where it forces the fluid out one way, the ball goes back, it stops air from going in, and stops fluid from coming out so it doesn't leak all over the place. That took a while. When I finally got this plunger to move, it moved in and stayed there. So, take some penetrating oil, run it through that hole, spray it up, fill it up, let it sit for a while, drain out, try to move it back, and finally the plunger let loose. As you can tell, we've got oil. Now with the automatic oiler, the oil from the tank has to run through the automatic oiler in order to come out to this port. So we're getting oil into and out of the automatic oiler. The only thing that remains to be seen is if the little plunger inside moves. Every time the engine spins, there's a puff of air that pushes a little plunger inside the oiler, moves a little plunger back and forth, and that's what gives you the automatic oiler. And for every time it moves up, a tiny drop goes with it. So we'll see. I'll have to get this up and running in order to figure that out. But yeah, the cylinder's clean. Yeah, it fired on prime. At least those are my notes. This has been sitting in the back. It says fire on prime, no carb, and auto oiler. Yes. Alright, so I mean, it does fire on prime. I'm getting good compression. The piston's pretty clean. And this is as far as we got right now. I can see. Yeah, it's kind of wiggle. Maybe I can put a, put a wedge or something in there to hold that nice and straight, rather than have to pull this apart. But we finished cleaning it up and prepping it, and we'll see what we can do with this. Well, the 250 with the automatic oiler is not so automatic, but the manual part's working pretty good. A lot of borrowed parts, carved from when I rebuilt, I don't know, 2-3 year ago. The starter cover I've been using for pretty much everything else. I'll probably have to undo the front of this tank. But she goes, she runs. Needs a little help. The carb is so-so. Probably have to give it another rebuild. Give it a decent cleaning. Probably replace these gaskets as well. But, so far, 250 down. Let's see if I do a bit more tweaking on this. These two here, I moto sealed the tanks. Got them all nice. Gonna be like another 24 hours. Probably let them go back for like 2 days. This one's got the carb in it. This one I'll probably have to transfer parts over to see if I can get that one going as well. But hey, 1 out of 3 so far.